Can I have a kiss? Mwah. Kiss. Mwah. Mwah.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to your boy, the Sean Davey Way Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in and tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you another surviving TikTok most delusional couples, and BLUEFACE and Chrisean make another installment. Today, we will get into Steve Wilkos responding to Chrisean Rock and her fans about getting her and BLUEFACE into his show to figure out if BLUEFACE is the father of Chrisean Jesus Jr. or not. It was also alleged by one of Chrisean Rock's sisters that she had an STD while giving birth to Chrisean Jr. This is the reason Chrisean is blind, ? We'll dive into that, and as usual, we will keep this story on Chrisean Jr. because that is why we are here. Without holding you any further, let's jump right into the next installment of Surviving TikTok Most Delusional Couples.
The reason Chrisean Jr. is blind is because during labor, the doctors told Chrisean that she had chlamydia and that it would be best to get a C-section so that he doesn't pass through the canal, because if he passes through the canal, he might come out blind. But no, guess what, y'all? She didn't want to cut her Jonathan's pussy tattoo. You know that tattoo she got right on her C-section line?
Side note, this rumor comes from Chrisean's own family. One of her sisters came forward and did a live and stated that while Chrisean was giving birth to Chrisean Jr., that the doctors advised her to not give vaginal birth due to having an STD. There are many complications that can happen during a birth like that, and also the child can suffer from many severe cases if complete. But allegedly, Chrisean either didn't want a cesarean scar, the mark that is left behind after giving that type of birth, or she didn't want to cut the tattoo that she has on her lower region. For the people that are calling cap on this situation, who knows? I think it's a high probability that this may be true. Due to Chrisean having a very friendly vagina, she definitely isn't stingy with it. Your turn, your turn, your turn. As we have seen the revolving men on Chrisean's arm, it's not hard to believe that she may have had an STD while giving birth. Some have also called it ridiculous that she wouldn't want to cut a tattoo when she could just get it done again or place it on a different part of her body. Why would she care that much about this tattoo? Well, why is the BLUEFACE tattoo still on her face? Yeah, she said time and time again that she was going to get rid of it. Each new dude she dates, they want her to get rid of it. She states online multiple times she wants to get it covered, that she's looking for tattoo artists that can cover it for her, and it is still on her face. So it does give that it is a high probability that she may not have wanted to damage said tattoo when it comes to BLUEFACE, because they mean something to her. What? I don't know, but clearly they mean something to her. I am no doctor, nor do I portray to be, so I'm not going to act as such. I'm not going to pretend as if I went to college because I read a couple Google summaries. That does not make me a physician, etc., right? But if someone questioned me and wanted to know my true opinion, and if I believe if Chrisean had an STD due to her family saying it, not just it being an internet rumor, no, one of her sisters came forward and stated this information. I would say yes. The reason I believe that Chrisean may have had this is because of the lifestyle that she leads. She stated multiple times that she has contracted certain things from BLUEFACE. She's thrown it in his face throughout lives. He's thrown it in her face throughout lives. So yeah, I do feel that there was some STDs being shifted around in that camp when everybody's freely sleeping with so many different people. You have BLUEFACE sleeping with Jaden and Chrisean publicly, plus 10, 15 other girls. And then you have Chrisean running around sleeping with men. And then you have Jaden sleeping with women and men. So yeah, it's a high probability that there was a lot of STDs floating throughout the space. Now, do I think that Chrisean Jr. is blind because of it? No, I do not think Chrisean Jr. is blind due to a STD happening while he was being born. I think that the diagnosis that was put out by the docs of Chrisean Jr. I believe that, but I do not believe that Chrisean Jr. is blind, and I don't believe that Chrisean Jr. is blind due to his mother allegedly having an STD. So yeah, I would believe that Chrisean may have had this STD while giving birth, but I don't believe that baby Chrisean suffers from blindness because of it. That is in more severe cases. I did look it up. There's all type of infections and pneumonia, and low birth weight are a lot of the side effects of having this STD in question while giving birth, but blindness and things in that nature happen in more severe cases. And we know nothing of the baby having a severe case of infection due to being born of an STD. We don't have any information stating that. So yeah, again, I could believe she had it, but I don't believe that the baby is blind because of it, because he's not blind. Let's keep going. I spoke earlier on the doc's health records of Chrisean Jr. and stated that I believe those records because they explain him in total. Again, I am not a doctor, but due to the diagnoses and what the descriptions are of them and looking at Chrisean Jr., all of them fit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you a video to briefly tell you what the doc's information was about.
He does also suffer from spasticity, which would explain why he's almost 2 and cannot walk or barely move. If y'all notice, Chrisean always has him either in a stroller or carrying him. It's basically a neurological condition that causes abnormal muscle stiffness or tightness and makes moving pretty hard. But mind y'all, he's a baby. Yeah, times 10. He also suffers from seizure disorder. Another big one was CVI, which is cortical visual impairment. And that is basically when a portion of the brain has been damaged, therefore leading to it's basically going to affect how he interprets visual stimulus, like problems with processing, problems with, paying attention, problems with recognition. And based off how we've seen Junior, these all are making sense. The big kicker here is that with all of the things listed, he's supposed to be in palliative care. For y'all that don't know, that is basically care that is supposed to help prolong his life and make it a more stable, durable life. Without that, things are not going to go well. So when people are selling...
Again, I do believe this information. Chrisean has done nothing to debunk this information being real. So as far as I know, this information is true. There has been other diagnoses of Chrisean Jr. that have been debunked. And I think it is smart to do your due diligence and use discernment when you are hearing things on the internet. Everything that comes across my desk when it comes to this baby's health, I do not believe. I will research it and wait to see what information comes out in the future, but I'm not sitting here saying, I know he has this for a fact or that he has that for a fact. No, based off the doc's information, again, I do believe that, but stuff like this, I don't.
It's Dr. Isabel, and I've been seeing these videos of Chrisean and all of these social media wannabe doctors diagnosing her baby in the comments without a medical degree. One particular part of this conversation that I want to touch on is people saying, oh, she was twerking during her pregnancy, yada, 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 it's her fault. You do not understand genetics, and it shows. Regardless of if her baby has Chrisean syndrome or not, it is a genetic syndrome, a rare genetic syndrome, and it is not caused by twerking. It is not caused by anything that she was doing. It is called 5p deletion syndrome, involving a partial deletion on the short arm of chromosome 5. The remaining cases are usually due to some sort of parental chromosome translocation, and about 80% of those cases of chromosomal translocation actually happen on the paternal side with the paternal chromosome. I want to caution people on the internet, especially those without medical degrees, to withhold your judgment.
I do agree with this doctor. I do think that we should fall back on trying to diagnose the baby. It's not fair, and we aren't professionals, so we shouldn't be sitting here like we are. I know experience can make a person feel as if they are educated on topics, but you're educated on that topic when it comes to either your loved one or your child. Everyone is different. So because your kid may have a condition or a syndrome and you may see another child that may remind you of that, does not mean that that is what's going on. This is why there are specialists, etc., so that they can figure these things out. And let's not forget the word misdiagnoses. There are a lot of people that are diagnosed wrong and figure out later on in life that they actually suffer from something else and they've been taking medication and doing certain protocols for something that they don't even have. So again, I do think that we should fall back with that and let the professionals handle it, unless we have some type of receipt to back what we are saying. I also noticed that people overlook in the doxed information when it comes to Chrisean Jr. that Chrisean, his mother, admitted to doing Chrisean admitted to regularly doing lines while she was pregnant with the baby. Never forget that Chrisean never wanted this baby. She did not want to have Chrisean Jr. She was just too far into her pregnancy to get rid of him like she did all of the other children by BLUEFACE, and we will get into that as well. People love to bring up that she was drinking and that she was smoking during her pregnancy, and no, she should not have been doing those things. Those things made this situation 10 times worse than what it had to be, but that's not why it's so severe. This is why the baby has multiple diagnoses and why I believe this paperwork, because it sums up this poor baby's life. On the doc's paperwork, it states that Chrisean Jr. suffers from FASD, which is fetal alcohol syndrome. Babies that are born with this have a high probability of having hernias at birth. We all know that Chrisean Jr. had multiple hernias when he was born, and one of them was protruding in his groin area. This is another fact and characteristic that makes me believe that the doc's paperwork about Chrisean Jr. is real. In order for a baby to get FASD, usually happens at the beginning of the pregnancy when the mother is consuming alcohol, etc. Most mothers are drinking during their pregnancy until they find out that they are pregnant. And what I mean by that is, if you are someone that hangs out parties, drinks occasionally or on the weekends or goes to the club, if you don't know you're pregnant yet, then you will continuously consume alcohol until you know. But the beautiful thing about being a woman is that they have a menstrual cycle. When that menstrual cycle stops, it's a high probability that they are pregnant or late. Late usually means pregnant if the cycle doesn't start within a few weeks after the normal start date. If it doesn't start, then most women take a pregnancy test because it's a high probability that they are pregnant if the cycle stops. So most women stop drinking as soon as they find out that they are pregnant. You don't know until you know, right? So when a woman gets pregnant, it's not like it's on her forehead when she wakes up the next day or later on that night. No, the body starts to change. And Chrisean knew that she was pregnant. And we watched her on reality shows, etc., continuously drink while showing after ultrasounds. So she knew better. All right. Don't let her fool you and say, I didn't know, bro. I didn't know, bro. Yes, you did. You know your body. You know your cycle. Stop playing with us. What you did to this baby was deliberate because you thought you were going to abort it. I've shown in a few of these survivings, BLUEFACE putting up the picture of Chrisean Jr.'s hernia that was by his groin area. Very disturbing. I do not agree with BLUEFACE's method, but I do understand his madness. Let's get into BLUEFACE approaching the conversation of why he put the hernia pickup of baby Chrisean.
Oh, no. Nah, besides all of that, bro,
Post the hernia.
took too long
What took too long?
to get it tended to.
Right.
She's been sending me messages like, oh, I'm pushing it back because I'm nervous. I'm pushing the date back because I'm nervous. I want you to be here. So I'm like, okay. So when I go, They're like, you missed it. It was on Wednesday. We showed up on Friday.
I will never agree with BLUEFACE putting this picture up of this child's genital area. To me, that's very disturbing and extremely immature. There were other measurements that BLUEFACE could have took to make sure that the baby got his hernia surgery. But this is very revealing. What this reveals is Chrisean has been doing everything in her power to assure the audience that the baby is healthy, that the baby is fine. She doesn't want any information out there saying anything different. So BLUEFACE putting up that hernia pic made her rush in to get it taken care of, because now the outside knows what's going on the inside. She can no longer hide the fact that nothing's going on with the baby when we have proof that he needs to get to the doctor immediately. That really hurt Chrisean, that BLUEFACE let the world in on her baby not being 100% healthy because of what she inflicted onto the child. After BLUEFACE put that picture up, this was Chrisean's response.
Junior, get on flight and start putting these bitter baby bottle games online, and why you posting his penis? You lucky my brothers is locked up right now, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. This nigga Paul and Chrisean Jr. get on flight and start putting these bitter baby bottle games online, and why you posting his penis? You lucky my brothers is locked up right now, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I do believe that Chrisean was hurt, but not for the reason that most parents would have been upset. She was mortified because everyone knows now that she is a habitual liar. All she does is lie. She's been preaching to the world and to her fans on social media that her baby is 100% fine. He's walking, he's talking, etc. And at that point in time, he was an infant. So she was saying, oh yeah, he's fine. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. He's starting to crawl. He's holding his own bottle, etc. And none of that was happening. We only know what is put out there. She never showed anything about the baby having a hernia. The conversation only came up because BLUEFACE was putting it on the web. If not for BLUEFACE, we would have never known that the baby had a hernia and or needed hernia surgery. Chrisean only spoke of it because it was exposed, and she could call a lot of people a liar, but she can't call BLUEFACE one in a situation like that because he is around the baby. We are not. So if we say something, then yeah, it's easy for her to brush off. But with BLUEFACE doing it and then putting photo evidence up for the world to see, that crushed her, because now the rabbit is out of the bag and there is no putting it back. I would also like to once again address the car seat situation. Does baby Chrisean have a car seat? Yes and no. Let's break it down. Rest in peace to Ronnie Doe. One of his last lives before he passed away, speaking on the situation with Chrisean, was the infamous mall scene. He stated that they were at the mall for hours, and the whole time they were there, they were passing Chrisean Jr. back and forth from person to person. Not him being in this stroller everyone loves to talk about, not him being in a car seat that everyone loves to talk about. No, he had neither. She just had him at the mall like he can walk, etc. He cannot, and it's very uncomfortable to be held all the time because he's 2 years old now. So he's a little bit heavier than the average baby. Although he's malnourished and is a little bit underweight, he is heavier. And it is also uncomfortable holding a child that can't place themselves around you properly, holding up some of their own weight. So when you're holding a baby, how they wrap around you arms and legs, it makes it a little easier to keep a good grip grip on them. But with Chrisean Jr., he has a lot of bone issues. So with him having that, it's not going to be easy for him to stay in the same position for a long time. So him wrapping his legs and whatnot around people and trying to hold up his own body weight while they hold him is not happening. He is literal dead weight when you are holding him. You are doing everything to make sure that he doesn't fall or get hurt and or end up on the floor. So it's not a good idea to be going somewhere for long periods of time and not having a stroller, at least for someone like Chrisean Jr. So Ronnie did not lie when he said that Chrisean walked around 4 hours passing the baby back and forth to the girl group that she was hanging out with that day. Let's get into that.
Can you chill out? You weird as shit. You weird as shit. What's wrong? You weird as shit. Nobody stalking you. That's my son. That's my son. That's my son. What you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm calling the cops.
I don't give a call him. Nobody touch you.
Go to the cops.
Call him.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. Calling the cops.
Police ass. You a police ass.
Time to go.
You a police ass.
Time to go.
You a police ass.
Sir,
You a police ass.
excuse
You
me.
a fucking police bitch.
Excuse me.
You a
Excuse
fucking
me.
fan.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
I need you out the
nigga.
But I don't give a
What
fuck
you
about
talking about? Okay.
I need you out the mall, nigga. I need you out the mall. I need you out the mall.
Okay.
I need you out the mall.
Okay.
I need you out the mall.
Okay.
Let's go this one.
Okay.
Let's go this one. I need you out the mall. Let's go this one.
All right.
Let's go this one. All right.
As you noticed in the video, you see Chrisean walking with a few of her friends, but there is no car seat and there is no stroller in sight. That is very uncomfortable for this baby. He should always be secured to where he can rest his back and rest his legs and or stretch when he needs to. That's hard to do consistently in somebody's arms all the time. You are hindering him, holding him back, delaying him in life by not helping him make his own movements. She does the same thing vocally with Chrisean Jr. Instead of saying words to him, she's always making noises and sound effects and whatnot to the baby as if that's him cooing or trying to speak. He can't speak unless he's being taught. So it would be better if she was encouraging him to say words versus to encouraging him to make sounds. Chrisean has had car seats, multiple car seats, but she never uses them. Literally. Let's get into Scotty buying Chrisean a car seat and the reason Chrisean states she did not buy a car seat. Listen to this next clip. Chrisean admits that she never bought her baby a car seat. Let's get into it.
To Target and got me a stroller, but every time I went, I did not like how they looked. And I'm not a shopper online. I don't do that shit on either. It's just the fact that somebody did it for me. I'm so grateful. Aw, thank you so much. How did you put this together, Jay? Tell me to put this together. This is so cool.
That is so cute.
It is.
Oh my god, look at the car seat. It matches the cars.
Right. You the Mexican Andy, you the Andy Mandy. This is so nice, Scotty. Thank you so much, Scotty. Scotty with the body from Baddies. You know, my other little girlfriend. She got me a gift. Well, she got Junior a gift. And this is so awesome. And the maids just left the house. Today's a good day. Isn't it?
It is. It's nice.
First, we woke up to the maids, cleaning up. Like, that feels so good. We don't have to wake up and clean the fuck up. Like, thank you, Lord. And then we get a nice gift for Junior. And it's crazy because I'm
Side note, to the crustaceans, the fans of Chrisean, that come forward and say, oh, she has a car seat, she has a car seat, she has a car seat. No, she doesn't. What is the point of having a car seat if you are not using it? She stated that she didn't buy the baby a car seat because she didn't like any of them. Who the fuck cares? I don't care if I have a little boy and I have a pink car seat. As long as my kid is strapped in and safe, that's all I care about. I don't care about what it looks like. Oh, the car seat's not cute, so I would rather just hold my baby in my arms, or sit him on the front seat of the floor of the car, or sit him in the back seat on the floor of the car with blankets and pillows on the floor. It's like, are y'all okay? There's nothing about this that is normal nor sane. She literally said the reason she didn't buy her baby a car seat is because she didn't like them. She went to Target, etc., and every time she was around the car seats, she didn't like any of them. So your baby just goes without because you don't like what they look like? What's more important, the styling or the baby's safety? You hear it yourself, crustaceans. So I would love for y'all to comment and say something different. Yes, she has had car seats, but she does not use them. No, she does not. Let's keep going because there's more.
It's cute when I like put it up. It got its own little car seat. Scotty got that for him before he even was here. Like, it was so sweet. I saw it in the mail. Then this came into the mail. Someone else got me this. It's something that he kicks with his feet, lay on his back. You lay a little pad down for him to lay on. And then there's this right there. I'm like, okay, this is sweet. Like, he keep getting gifts after gifts. So he got toys right here. He get clothes. This recently little bungee thing. Like, he had after. It was by choice, but I never had a baby shower because I wouldn't know who to invite to it. And you know, during my whole pregnancy, I was beefing with my baby father, so I wasn't doing no type of social activity type of shit. I was just trying to stay focused and, you know, had a baby, get a crib, get a car. Like it was so much I had to do. So to get gifts now, while he's here, it is super, super, super cool. Like, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. You know, I don't want to cry and shit, but I can cry because, you know, this is my baby. So, y'all care as much as I care about him. That's so cool. And it's so funny because I had like a weird feeling. Like, I would go online and be ready to order something. I'm like, should I? Well, the only thing I did order, I ordered like this Duna. It's this car seat that turns into, it's like a stroller that turns into a car seat. It's really like super cool. That's the only thing I probably like ordered because as he getting bigger, traveling with the car seat and then the stroller being separate, that's only if you want it separate. Like, no, it's like a lot. So, yeah, that's probably like the...
Side note, notice all of the baby toys and whatnot that she's showing you was at BLUEFACE's house because she is homeless. She doesn't have anywhere to live even still to this day, although she's lying, coming forward, telling y'all that she done bought acres and that she's about to live in Baltimore and all of that. All of that is a lie. She's just saying that because she's upset with BLUEFACE right now, but moving right along. She states that she bought a car seat stroller, which is a stroller that you sit a baby in and it fits them like a car seat. And then you can remove part of the detachable and just use it as a car seat. And then as you're getting the baby out the car, put it right back in and use it as a stroller. The issue that came along with this is she didn't get the right one. So with her getting the wrong stroller and the wrong car seat stroller, she doesn't use it. And the baby is too big for the one that she got initially. Also notice how all of the stuff that she's talking about that she has for the baby, people are buying and sending her. Scotty bought her the car seat. Fans sent her the toys for the baby to play with and whatnot. She's only talking about one thing that she done bought for the baby besides clothes, which is this stroller when he needs so much other stuff. The stroller set that she bought, she got it because she liked what it looked like. Not got it because she needs it for her child's safety, because a car seat is mandatory. A stroller is optional, but a car seat is not. If you want to walk around with your baby in your car seat, you go right ahead. But having your kid not have a car seat is crazy work, and it is extremely dangerous. Let's push the envelope even further. An Uber/Lyft driver came forward and stated that he gave Chrisean a ride with her baby. And not only did her baby not have a car seat, but Chrisean left Chrisean Jr. in the car with a stranger and was out of focus, meaning he could no longer see her. She got out of the car, went to have a conversation with a random person, and went out of earshot and out of sight of her child, meaning he was alone with the baby. And he don't know the baby nor Chrisean, but she just left Chrisean Jr. in the car with a stranger and no car seat. Let's get into it.
Chrisean, and also somebody in the comment section basically insinuated something, okay? Yes, we're gonna get into what the person in the comment said about Chrisean. So they posted up this about the stroller and said, because where's his damn car seat? They talking about the clip on 6 Socks with Chrisean holding the top of the stroller. My husband was her Uber driver about 2 months ago. He told me how she put that baby in his car with that same seat. He didn't even realize it wasn't a car seat until I showed him this post. He thought it was a car seat that attached to the stroller. Oh, it attached to the stroller, right? By the way, he told me how she left her baby in his vehicle for about 15 minutes alone while she walked off to talk to someone. He couldn't even see her. She left her baby in a stranger's vehicle. He was driving her around different places from Baltimore to... She also posted, keep me different, Lord. I don't mind the pressure. Oh, you think you being different is a positive thing? Because you being different from everybody else right now with the way you moving in your mindset and what you're doing to Junior is not something that you should be proud of. At peace with whatever. I let God run the show. Okay, so she seems like she's unbothered right now. Right? We know that's sometimes what she do. Okay. Remember BLUEFACE was spending time with his kids?
And Crustaceans, am I supposed to believe you, somebody that's listening to Chrisean, or am I supposed to listen to someone that has been around her? This Uber driver was around her, saw her, and saw the treatment of her baby. And the baby didn't have a car seat. But y'all online, the Crustaceans say, oh, yes, she does. She do have her baby in car seats. Y'all lying, that's cap. Y'all go too far. No, she truly goes around with this baby and doesn't make sure he's properly strapped in. He can't be in a seatbelt sitting on a normal side of the car. No, he can't. He needs a car seat. And that is obvious. This is what's so cringy and what's so scary, because just the small necessities that the baby needs, he does not have. This is why it's dire that we get this child away from Chrisean. Crustaceans, never forget, Chrisean did not want Chrisean Jr. God does not like ugly. He really does not. And Chrisean has gotten rid of multiple pregnancies by BLUEFACE. This is why I say that she knew she was pregnant with Chrisean Jr. because she had been pregnant multiple times. Why does she think it was okay to unalive all of the babies that were literally BLUEFACEs, that the paternity would have came back and say, yes, you are the father? But then when she finally decides to keep one of the kids, it just so happens to not belong to him. Isn't karma crazy, Chrisean? God works in mysterious ways. Won't he do it? Let's get into this next clip.
Getting pregnant. He was not in me. We were trying. Because at first I was getting pregnant and then I aborted and shit. Ooh. You did that a lot? 3 times with him. So I was just like, all right, we're not ready. All right, you don't want it. All right, cool. Then got to a point where he was like, I want a family. I want a baby with you. Have my baby, blah, blah, blah. So he started fucking the shit out of me crazy, real crazy. So I started going on my knees still Lord, can I get a baby? I'm not gonna kill this one. So then I got pregnant, but in the midst of me getting pregnant, we're beefing shit. I don't know. We're going through stuff that's not even my baby. I don't want no baby with you no more. I'm like, yo, I already made up my mind. You made up your mind just because you changed your mind because you're mad. I'm not going back on it.
So you wasn't going to let him change his mind?
Then it started growing on him. And then when I got far along and we go through something else again, he like, kill it. I'm like, bitch, I'm already 5 months.
Sorry, excuse her vulgar language because it's so annoying when females trash females like this, trifling females like this come forward and play with the A word, unaliving a baby, as if it's a joke or a game. It is not. And it's triggering. There's many women that have to unalive their baby or rid the pregnancy because of health issues. If they go through with it, they could die. And there are women that have been RAPED'd and have to get rid of the baby because they got pregnant during an assault. There are women that truly want to have their kid, but their lives are so chaotic. They're going through so much money problems, family problems, and can't keep the baby or just don't feel like it will be a suitable environment for them. So they would rather terminate the pregnancy than bring a baby into a world that they can't control. They would rather their lives be more put together before bringing a baby into it. So these are very hard decisions. And for Chrisean to make so light of them, to say in this prayer, God, if you bless me with this one, I'm not going to unalive it. I'm not going to terminate this baby. Is very sickening because tell God your plans and he will definitely laugh. Be careful what you wish for because you just may get it. Be careful what you want to be blessed for because you just may get that as well. God did bless her. Yeah, she did get pregnant, just not by the person that she wanted to be pregnant by. Why would God bless Chrisean with a baby with BLUEFACE when he already gave her 3 and she decided to terminate all of them because she was drinking, doing lines, smoking, etc., while pregnant with all of those children that she ended up unaliving because she didn't want anybody to figure out what she was doing while pregnant. Not because she didn't want the kids, because if she didn't, why is Chrisean Jr. here? Yeah.
It's broke, baby. I'm sorry. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a bitch that wants to be out working and everywhere and here and there. Nobody wants that. I'm sorry. Kill the dream. If you want to do that, you have to do that on your own.
Okay.
It's fine too.
All right. I'm gonna hang up. It's just okay. I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna just hang up. Good. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine that I can go to prom. It's perfectly fine I can go to bookings. It's perfectly fine to still pay this nigga bills. It's perfectly fine to go pick up his chains because he pawned them. It's perfectly fine. Everything is 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 perfectly fine. I can say it so many times. Ain't shit okay. Ain't shit fine. You see now I just try to, like, did you see how I just try to convince myself? Huh? I love you. I want to be with you. But I don't know what you, like, you want to be for me. You don't want to fuck with nothing. You don't want to fuck with my vision, anything I have to say. You think I'm against you? You think I'm working with people?
Say woof woof. And I'm gonna let you in when the dead home's off and I lock the door. Say woof woof. Hear me? It's gonna bark like a golden retriever.
What does that boy got you still here?
She knew that already. Not her. Knew that already. Told her that already. Now I'm finna show my ass. The bitch when I like, oh, you're not really telling the truth. Alright, watch this. I'm finna show you the truth. Dead on. I'm gonna show you the truth, bitch. I'm not telling you. Alright, I'm finna show you.
BLUEFACE will never make Jaden bark before coming into a room. He would also never play Jaden when it comes to the paternity of their children. They've been into many arguments, but BLUEFACE does not deny his children by Jaden, so him denying Chrisean's baby is deliberate. BLUEFACE only claims Chrisean Jr. for clout. No other reason. BLUEFACE does not want to father this baby. He does not want to be a good parent to this baby. He feels sorry for the baby, just like anybody else. So know that him claiming Chrisean Jr. is not real. If it was, then why does he just let Chrisean take Chrisean Jr. wherever she wants? Why doesn't he keep her in the same city or try to help her get a place so that he could be close to the baby and so that the baby could be around his siblings and whatnot? No, this is all a joke. It's all a game to Blueface, and we will prove that further within this video. But never forget how Blueface truly does not believe that Chrisean Jr. is his baby. He said it too many times, and he's never verified any information that states otherwise, that he is the father. Let's get into him arguing about it online with Soulja Boy.
Baby mama fucking Offset and you snitched about it and cried about it. That's not my baby mama, scientifically proven. Post the DNA results then, lame ass. For what? So we can know you ain't capping like you always do. Internet. You want me to post my name, my address? Post the DNA place results. I went to get the test that so everybody can show up there and do police shit, right? Why don't you blur it out? Negative. For what? For you? Blur it out. Soulja. You know that's your son. Listen, claim your son. Soulja, listen. Claim your son. Claim your son. Soulja, listen. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't post the results. I can't post the name of the place I went to. Man, you know how many people are? Listen, just listen, bro. You know how many people are gonna show up there? Ain't nobody showing up, nigga. You post, nigga. Man, I don't want to hear that. You know how many people are gonna overthrow that place and try to make it seem like it's false narrative? Bro, I don't gotta do none of that. Yes, you do, Blue Butt. For what? For what? Because that's your son, nigga. Says who? Says me, nigga. Until you post the results. Nigga, you sound like you finna cry, blood. Soulja, your child has a little bit of my DNA. You finna cry. Your child has my DNA, Soulja. Okay, I think I'm starting to figure this shit out right now, Blue Butt. Your child has my DNA, Soulja. So you really mad about your right now, so you just taking that out on the world.
Yeah, never forget that Blueface has done everything in his power. This makes him want to get a DNA test just so when people approach him like this, he can prove that Chrisean Jr. is not his. He does not want to be Chrisean Jr.'s father. The people online that try to give Blueface sympathy and empathy because they see that he's trying when it comes to Chrisean Jr., no, he is not. Being around a kid does not mean that you want to take care of the kid. If Blueface was so concerned about Chrisean Jr., I would not let Chrisean leave the state with my son. If Chrisean Jr. was mine, I would need a close eye on him. Chrisean at this point would pretty much just be visiting the baby. I would keep the baby in my custody. I would also be petitioning the court to have custody over him, or at least joint custody, so that I have power over what happens in my son's life. Blueface could care less about any of that. All he cares about is being on camera with the baby. If you love your kid, you don't disrespect your kid. Blueface has disrespected this child time and time again. If his own alleged parent is ridiculing him, then why can't people on the internet? Why would the internet not ridicule him if his own father is doing it? Ronnie Doe was trying to get custody of this baby. Ronnie Doe was doing everything in his power to try to prove that the baby was his. Blueface has done none of that because he does not care. This is all a clout chase. The baby has a big audience. Have you not paid attention that on Instagram alone, that Chrisean Jr. has over 1 million followers? Come on now. That means the baby has a lot of attention on him. So why wouldn't Blueface utilize that when he is trying to restore his career, because he is broke? He doesn't have any money, so he's going to do everything that he can. There's way more money coming out of his bank account than is coming in it. He's not even playing catch up at this point when he's so far behind. When it comes to money, he's as far behind as poor Junior is when it comes to just doing what normal babies and normal children are doing, walking, talking, etc. It's the same thing with Blueface's bank account. If he wants to compare Chrisean Jr. to anything, compare him to that. He is just as delayed as your bank account is, sir. And what I mean by ridicule, in the show 20 verse 1, Blueface just insulted Chrisean Jr., which was disgusting. And Chrisean, of course, got super angry about it, and let's just get into what Chrisean had to say about it, and I'll give my commentary as it goes along. But for Blueface to love this baby so much, why are you insulting him? Why are you playing on his top? Let's go.
Around, run a car through his house, and shoot him in the face. I've been just worried about myself lately, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all don't see me in the mix of the drama. Cause I can't do drama right now. It's not healthy for me. And I've been doing real good, bro. I'm always doing real good. As soon as, you know what I'm been working on? Not letting people get to me through my son. Yeah, sure. You can get a picture. And you know, I've seen this all happen before, bro. I'm telling you, when a person think they gonna get over on me through my son for clicks and views, bro. You get me? That's crazy. When they kept dropping your name in my 20v1 or whatever, I kept P. Like, they asked me, like, what inspires you to do music? I looked down, start thinking, like, I said BLUEFACE. I didn't think about, oh, we beef right now, we not cool right now. I kept it G. He the only reason why I'm doing music. You feel me? Now I do gospel, you know, that's different now, but he the reason why I started that lane. For real. That's what inspired me. Him. Cool. Kept it G, bro. They didn't even ask about me. You went out your way to say some goofy shit. You tell her, I'm not even gonna disrespect that girl.
Yes, recently, if you didn't know, Chrisean is back saying that she wants BLUEFACE's life taken and even stating how she wants it done. I think it's mighty weird that the same way Ronnie died is the way that she wants BLUEFACE to pass away, but we're not supposed to believe that she had anything to do with what happened to Ronnie. She's stating that if certain people were out of jail, that BLUEFACE's life would be taken already. And she has said that on multiple occasions. We expressed earlier that on the show 20 versus 1, BLUEFACE insulted Chrisean Jr. And let's get into that clip.
And I do better.
Nah, I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
Okay.
Okay.
They gonna know what I'm talking about.
Get my next lady.
Like Junior.
But the internet says BLUEFACE loves this baby so much. There is no playing. Like, how is this a joke? How are you saying that this individual, whom is interesting looking, reminds you of Chrisean Jr.? Like, what is happening? Why are you comparing a little boy to a grown woman and stating that they have characteristics in common? Which would those be? What about her reminds you of this baby? Are you saying that she looks slow or that she may have some type of diagnosis or syndrome or something like that? What are you saying? Because she's walking, talking, all of that. Chrisean Jr. doesn't do any of those things. So how is this woman reminding you of a toddler? That is not a joke. It's not a game. I just don't understand. And it really enrages me that he would do or say something like that about this baby. Now, Chrisean being angry, I don't understand why she is, because she's an unfit that inflicted all of this upon her child. So I get her being angry, but she could be as silent. It's kind of like, shut the up. At this point, we could care less about you being mad when you did this. Like, imagine dropping a glass of milk on the floor, but you're mad at the person that saw it fall. Like, you dropped it. Like, what do you mean? What, that's your favorite glass and you're mad that your favorite glass is broken because you weren't careful, because you're over here intoxicated trying to walk around with it? Yeah, we don't care. I could care less about Chrisean being angry, but all of the supporters that support Chrisean Jr., I understand their anger. I understand why they want to get even with BLUEFACE, but I don't want BLUEFACE to pass away. I don't want him to be hurt or harmed for what he said, but I would never let him near my kid again, having that type of energy, playing with my baby like that. Like, he would never. have to worry about seeing my kid again, not even bumping into each other, seeing my kid. I would leave the event. I would leave the area with my kid just so I wouldn't have to be bothered with him. Wouldn't want him to try to make some new jokes up when it comes to my child. So this is why Chrisean is back live threatening BLUEFACE's life and saying that she's going to end him. But let's keep going.
I'm at the airport, y'all. Then you try to say Junior. What happened to his real nickname? You call him Sonny. You don't call him Junior. Because he's not a junior no more. You put his last name back to Malone to... I ain't gonna hold you. I'm changing my son's name back to Malone. He don't deserve... My son's name ain't Porter no more, bro. You know how disrespectful you are? To tell some female, she look like our kid, that's why you gonna say no and move on. Then you look at the female, she like ate up, like I don't get it though. I'm tagging something too you did with the Shay Frost. A girl talk about a DNA test. She was like, that's my son. Why you ask that stupid ass question? You straight checked her. You straight checked her. Then to the next bitch in a different 20v1, you didn't check nothing. You answered a check, like disrespecting our kid. Yeah. I don't know how much disrespect I'm gonna keep taking from his father. Be honest, bro. Real shit. I asked DDG and G Herbo for advice, cause that nigga about to lose his life. Keep playing with my son. Swear to God. And you're cyberbullying too. Swear to goodness. I don't want that nigga. What the fuck? The hell? I'm trying to figure out where could we come at a common ground without kid, without him disrespecting him just to get my attention. You get what I'm saying? That's it. That's why I'm making it to church. I gotta go to church. You know what I want to do? I want to turn my flight back around and run a car through his house and shoot him in the face. That's what I want to do. That's how mad people keep making me about my kid, bro. It's my only son. Y'all pissing me the fuck off. Straight up. I'm just being honest, bro. Because at the end of the day, how long you gonna keep cyberbullying your kid? That's why I'm making it to church. I gotta go to church. You know what I want to do? I want to turn my flight back around and run a car through his house and shoot him in the face. That's what I want to do. That's how mad people keep making me about my kid, bro. It's my only son. Y'all pissing me the fuck off. Straight up. I'm just being honest, bro. Because at the end of the day, how long you gonna keep cyberbullying your kid? Yeah, she going to jail. Yeah, I am. He keep fucking with my son? I am. He keep fucking with my son. I am. Cause y'all think this shit funny. Clicks and giggles, bro. Bet. It's cool. I'm gonna take a little break from Instagram. I'm gonna try calm down. But keep fucking with my son, I'm gonna end up in jail. And then DDG, you his friend, bro. Why you not saying that to him? The way you love your kid and fight for your kid, why you not saying nothing? Y'all wanna see this nigga in the grave, that's why. It's not a threat, it's a promise. Over my dead body, y'all not gonna keep bullying my kid for clipping, bro. It's deeper than that. You get what I'm saying? You did it already. When he first came out, boom. Caught him Charles Barkley. Exposed his hernia, which is his genitals, his penis. Now you at a 20v1 telling Shorty she look like our kid with clicks and views. But somebody need to save BLUEFACE. Hashtag save BLUEFACE. Don't say it now. Because when it's too late, I don't want to hear save BLUEFACE when it's too late. You keep talking about go get your son help. Bitch, I got all of that down. All of that down by myself. Y'all see how he's standing up? Nigga, that didn't come from overnight. That came from putting work in with my little nigga.
Chrisean is stating that she will go to jail behind her son, so she doesn't mind ending BLUEFACE's life. She also states that she is excited to visit his grave one day with Chrisean Jr. and show Chrisean Jr. his deceased father. Wow. But again, if something happens to BLUEFACE, are we supposed to act as if Chrisean had nothing to do with it? I don't want anything to happen to BLUEFACE, but with Chrisean's track record, you just simply never know. She is dealing with a lot of gang members. These gang members take lives, and what you truly don't know what a person has planned until it is executed. So if I was BLUEFACE, I would definitely keep one eye open. I know that Chrisean does this often when it comes to him, so it can get to the point where you don't take them seriously, but I would always take something like that serious when someone just lost their life this year that was dealing with her, that was involved with the child as well. So again, I would keep one eye on her. I would keep my ear to the streets to make sure that she is not trying to set you up, because they say that Chrisean is the set 'em up queen, that she sets up dudes, that she'll go over there chilling. Y'all see how Chrisean just goes and hangs out with BLUEFACE when he's in the studio or streaming and stuff like that. Who's to say if she don't have dudes outside waiting, or will come let some dudes in while he's asleep? You just never know. So if I was BLUEFACE, I'd chill on this, bruh. Recently, Steve Wilkos came forward and spoke on Chrisean and BLUEFACE because some of their fans were hitting up their studios over at the Steve Wilkos show and wanted to see if BLUEFACE and Chrisean were interested in coming on to the show, or asking Steve to ask them if they were interested coming on the show to prove if Chrisean Jr. belonged to BLUEFACE or not. This enraged Chrisean, and at first she was really mad at Steve and her initial response, but then after she got to calm down a little bit, she responded to Steve, and she pretty much says that she knows who her child's father is, but she is interested going on the Steve Wilkos show. Let's get into what Chrisean had to say about this whole Steve Wilkos drama.
This is for Steve Wilkos, bro. I did not call you. I got 12 siblings. I don't talk to not one sibling but Petey, my little brother. Nobody called you, sir. We all sound alike. Nobody called you, sir. That's one. Okay, that's one. Two, we know who baby this is. Okay? It's Jonathan's Porters. 3, I don't know what's going on with everybody. It's 21,000 people in my life. I don't even know what's going on right now. Leave me alone. I'm not in Baltimore, right? Yeah, y'all, we all sound alike. My family, we sound alike. So if anybody impersonating me, just know I'm with my pops. I'm back home. I'm with my dad. I do gospel music. I left LA for good, bro. So for everybody that's trying to stir me up and get me out my body right now, I need y'all to just focus on yourself and stop putting me into things that have nothing to do with me, bro. Me and my son is good, okay? All right. I don't communicate to that whole side. I cut off all negativity so me and my son can thrive and be the best what we can be. You want to tell him? You want to tell him? So, yeah, I seen this still week. And the only reason why I'm responding right now is because Steve Wilkos really sat up and did a PSA like I called him. Brother, I will never call you. You know what I'm saying? I used to do things for clout. I used to feed into things for clout, for money. I used to do things so the next person can be on and the next person can have a great impact on his numbers with the music and stuff. But Steve, I did not call you, brother. And everybody that keep trying to get something out of me, no. If you want to see me, come to Baltimore on my turf where I'm safe at. I'm not going out there in LA unless I get paid. And I'm right back in Baltimore. I just bought acres of land. I'm building a foundation, a compound. I'm getting married. It's so much things that I've been working on behind the scenes with God. I'm just going to allow him to just bless it, sanctify it, and that's it. I'm out the way on purpose, bro. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know the half. And I feel like that's the thing. Y'all don't know too much, so y'all trying to get me on here to talk too much. I'm not very talk to y'all, but I had to check Steve. Steve, I watched his show since I was a kid, bro. I look at you like you got me through my childhood. Your shows used to come on the TV and we didn't have cable. That's how I know. That's how, Steve, I grew up with you, Steve, and I like how you used to stand up for people when they used to play with you, or play with other women. You tell them, get off your stage. You feel me? Steve, if me and Blue come on the stage with him, you gonna fight that nigga. You stand for the truth and good and for good ground. So that's the crazy thing. I'm not going on no show for no money. I'm not going on no show for no gimmicks. I'm not going on nobody's show ever again. Ever again. The only show I'm gonna be on is my own show. I finally realized that whole side don't look at me like I'm blood, like we related. You feel me? They look at me like me and my son with a money sign. Tell me why Carlissa talking to she telling me, Carlissa telling my boyfriend to stay away from me because you know why she telling 3 to stay away from me? Because I get money in real life. I put people back in position to win. And y'all can't take my name from me. Sorry, I'm who I am. You feel me? But I'm quiet for a reason, right? I'm in Baltimore for a reason. And I'm not in no basic neighborhood, yo. I'm in Calabasas in Baltimore. I ain't gonna hold you. I would flip the camera and show you what house I live in, but it's none of y'all business. Real stuff. Real stuff. You don't know how many labels or rich people bigger than me reaching out to me right now just to go up against what's going on with me with my baby father and stuff. I'm not doing that. I did Mr. Take Your. I did that. I did the disc before. I did that. We did all that already, yo. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy with who I'm with. I love my son. I'm going to protect my son. I got stomped out in his kitchen. That's the last time me and my son is ever going to be around that, in Jesus' name. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm not doing no co-parenting if my life is on the line. And if we are co-parenting, I'm bringing my brother or my boyfriend, nigga. I'm not doing nothing alone. I'm not going nowhere by myself. That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. Blueface will be in jail right now if I didn't do that. I didn't call no cops on him. I didn't show him my bruises or none of that. My arm still is clearing up on my arm. It's clearing up. It was purple, red, and orange. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm saying all of this, bro. I'm saying all of this. Let me heal in peace. Let me heal in my silence. Everybody that's watching me, that love me for real, pray for me for real. You feel me? It's hard to leave something that's always pulling you back in through money, through your kid, through everything that's the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You said, so why are you showing now? Because this is what I'm dealing with now. I'm dealing with healing, bro. I can't co-parent with somebody that's mentally ill. I'm just saying, I don't need nobody for nothing. I give you my last before I ask you for $1. Straight up. That's the type of loyalty I have to being a real person. God done blessed me with another chance at love, another chance at life, another chance, for real. And I don't want to throw it away for nobody or anything, not for no clout. So, you know what I'm saying? I got on this live because there's too much going on. A girl calling me out for $500,000 but couldn't beat Biggie on back. Like it's a lot of foolery going on for clicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. I get it. I get it. I'm the meal ticket. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I'm the meal ticket. I get it. I got it. And that's the other thing. You know, I'm going to keep it real with y'all, yo. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, yo. This is my last time addressing anything, bro. Anything of that side over there. Whatever. I'm not beefing with anyone. I'm not attaching myself with anybody that's over there. And I just need y'all to just respect my space. When y'all got the white man involved, that's when I had to respond. I'm just saying, when Steve Wilkos said that someone called you, it was a weird sibling of mine pretending to be me, to be funny. It's not even cool. It's not even... Steve Wilkos, if we do a show, you might as well do the whole family. The Malones. The Malones need clarity of what's going on and who is who and what is what. Lie detector. I'd rather do that based on my family than keep playing with spoiled milk. And everybody that keeps saying I never fought my sister on that, I never fought my sister. I didn't fight my sister. I grabbed her up by her sports bra and said, I love you, my nigga. Why are we fighting on television? And they ain't even paying us enough. They getting billions of dollars when we can get a pay-per-view fight orchestrated. What are you doing? And that's what I'm saying. This boss body, man, God forgive me. This girl over here thinking like, I'm finna do a fight with her before I do one with my sister. Girl, I'm not getting money with you. Everybody wants some weird behavior for clout. Just watch the behavior. I don't care for the hate train. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see how I unfollowed everybody and on everybody because I don't know what anybody on. Everybody doing clip farming and stuff. But want to be my industry friends. Like, I'm not cool with nobody. I'm not cool with nobody, bro. I'm not cool with nobody. Everybody's there for themselves, and that's fine. I had to leave LA, get rid of the friends that I had because they was never friends. And, yeah, I'm who I am. So, that's what it is. I'm not doing nothing no more for clout. I'm not doing nothing no more for money. I'm not doing none of that. I don't want to be in that territory, that lane no more. I just want to follow Jesus Christ and y'all just see the pivot and the transformation and the glory to glory to glory to glory. And I just want to use my platform to heal others. Like, I want to use my gift to heal others. I want to make music that's going to heal people from their trials and tribulations and their trauma, their inner trauma. I want to show them better than I can tell them that Jesus is real, and that's the only way and the truth and the light. Just for real. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we all human. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but you don't have to be religious. All you have to do is have a relationship with your creator. For real. So, everybody that keep, talking about my son and baby girl, I don't care. We can click your page. You is nobody but an angry monkey behind a fucking keyboard, popping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. I don't care what y'all got to say. The only reason why I'm responding, because Steve Wilkos, a man that I grew up with, like, you don't even know. He come on, he's on a channel with no cable. The hood can watch Steve Wilkos. I love Steve Wilkos. But don't bring Steve Wilkos into something that's trying to kill me. Now Steve Wilkos is jumping on that DNA train. Man, Steve, hit me up. We can work something out on some other tip, on some positive stuff, bro. Because I'm be honest, Steve, I've been wanting to talk to you. And it had nothing to do with what I'm going through now. That got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that's all I got to say. But anyway, I'm only responding to Steve Wilkos. I addressed everything that I've been ignoring. And I like to just stay in this space I'm in. I'm happy. I'm set apart. And I want to stay that way. I love everybody. Shout out to Steve Wilkos, because this was really for you. But
Chrisean states that a family member, one of her sisters or cousins or someone, called up to Steve's show and pretended to be her, but that's not how it went down. It was on Steve's social media. Nobody called the show and pretended to be Chrisean. She is so slow. It's so annoying. They were interested because it was brought up. Fan mail, and the fans were requesting this, not someone impersonating Chrisean, to where Steve came forward and said, yes, we booked Chrisean for the show. She's coming on. No, that didn't happen. So I don't know what Chrisean is talking about, but Chrisean does state she wouldn't mind going on Steve, but to talk about other things. We know in the past, Chrisean has said that her sister Teseki and others, there's a lot of SA going on in the family while they were younger and while they grew older. And I believe that's what Chrisean is referring to, saying that she wants to bring her family onto the show. If she did come on, she wants to bring her family and iron out those issues instead of figure out the paternity when it comes to Chrisean Jr., because she knows who her son's father is. Steve hears that Chrisean comes forward and responds, and here's what Steve and his producers had to say.
Okay, since I made the TikTok about Chrisean and BLUEFACE, it's unbelievable to me, the response. Now, I didn't know anything about it. I asked you all to fill me in. And you guys have done a great job filling me in. And this story is insane. So we picked one of our top producers, Joe, and his team, Kendall. And you guys have been working on this, right? You're trying to get the story. What is going on?
So I've been following the story, and basically, Chrisean and BLUEFACE dated. They've been dating for a while. She had a baby. She named him Chrisean Jr. after her, and there were rumors by her ex that this baby possibly could be his.
Right.
His name is Ronnie DeVoe. He was fighting for a test, a paternity test to be taken. He went to the court, filed documents.
Which we would love to give them one.
But he never was able to, because months after showing up to Chrisean, facing her in public, basically she said he was harassing her. He ends up getting fatally shot in Baltimore, where they're both from.
Okay.
And then recently on a live, Chrisean was like, I told him when he was harassing me that he was gonna die, and he ended up dying. So that speculated, whether or not she had something to do with it. So no paternity test has ever been filed, and BLUEFACE himself, he has said that he doesn't know if the baby is his or not.
What is the fascination in all of America with this story, though?
With them?
Yes.
BLUEFACE is a rapper, and Chrisean is I think she was on Baddies, which is on all. This is all on a TV network.
Okay.
And they just have always been feuding on social media. Them two. It's like Bobby and Whitney.
Right.
Almost.
Because nobody's ever reached out to me. I mean, we've been doing a show for 19 years.
Correct.
Nobody's ever bombarded me with a particular story like this. This is, to me, like, I made a simple comment on somebody else's TikTok saying, I don't know who these people are, because they were like, get them on Steve Wilkos. And then that blew up, and then I made the TikTok. We're almost at 1 million views on it. You're working on to get these people?
I am. I have emailed. I've been on the comments. Even some of my friends have tried to reach out as well. I'm on it heavy. I would love for them to come.
Right. So listen, Chrisean and BLUEFACE, if you somehow see this TikTok, or if somebody you know watches this TikTok, the American people demand you to come on the show. We would love for you to come on the show. You'll be the biggest thing that's been on my show in 19 years. So I'm sending out the invite to you. We'd love to have you on the show. America wants answers. Sounds like you guys need answers, and we're going to give them to you.
Shout out to Steve Wilkos. He is open to bringing Chrisean and BLUEFACE onto the show if they want to come on. From what I gather, neither one of them are interested. It doesn't seem as if BLUEFACE wants to do the show, and it doesn't seem as if Chrisean wants to do the show. But hey, maybe Chrisean is willing to go on with her family members and iron out those issues. I would definitely be here for that. Would you be? Would you be here for Chrisean and the rest of the Malones going up there, telling their stories and what happened, and try to figure out who did what to who? That would be interesting. I would definitely watch. Carlissa comes forward in response to Chrisean speaking on BLUEFACE, talking about Chrisean Jr. on the 20 vs. 1 show. I would play what Carlissa said, but I don't give a... Carlissa acts like she's better. You're not. One of your sons is in and out of prison, and he first went as a minor because he took a life. Your daughter is allegedly a smut in Cali, and your son BLUEFACE is in and out of prison. He's financially ruined. He is a horrible father. I mean, who cares what Carlissa thinks? Like, she says that like she's not an unfit herself. She taught her son how to go down on girls. She taught her nephew how to go down on girls. She talks about her son's peen size. Well, I don't give up what Carlissa has to say ever in life. She's only stating the obvious, just like it's obvious that Chrisean is a horrible mom and inflicted all of this onto her children. It's the same thing with Carlissa. You are no different, whore. So I really just don't get why she just won't shut the up. This is the same female coming forward that wants to sleep with her own son, but is trying to point out flaws in other parents. This is the same one that was ridiculing an innocent disabled child. Do you think I really give up what Carlissa has to say about Chrisean, basically her daughter? Chrisean is basically baby Carlissa, just differently. Like, same unfit, just different. Like a light-skinned unfit. That What are we doing here? Yeah, moving right along. I love you all. We will be back. There is so much more to uncover. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Justice for Ronnie and save Chrisean Jr. I will not stop saying that. I just want what's best for this poor baby. We love Chrisean Jr. down, and we just hate to see the things that he's going through, you know? So until the next video, like, subscribe, and I will see y'all then. Bye.